is it. We got it. We're ready. We are going to go in a game so shortly you can't even miss it. Go from both teams. Apparently they're both ready. Oh. We are in the game for the BarCraftNZ Wellington League of Legends LAN finals. Full hentai over on the blue team, I believe it is. Yeah, over on the blue team with fun times on the purple. I apologize about some of the analysis. I do not know too much about either of these teams. Just that they are dominant in the tournament. That's about it. Diana and Oriana being banned. Oriana, a very good ban in general, so is Alistar. Diana might be a specialized ban against Fun Times. Shen being banned, very obvious there. Swain has been dominant, I think, on Full Hentai before. I think I heard something about Swain being dominant on Full Hentai, but I can't remember that. Don't quote me. Do not quote me. I don't know none. Okay, Malphite as well being the last ban coming out from Fun Times. Best of 3 game 1, by the way. I don't even know whether these players are mids or tops, so I don't even know. This is really exciting for me. First time I've seen Full Hentai play a full game. Oh, Blitzcrank wasn't banned and now it's insta-picked. I'm going to see a Blitzcrank. I'm very happy. Me, Snowypadre, never gets to see a Blitzcrank game. And now I do, with Full Hentai nonetheless. This is going to be great. See if those grabs work really well. It is not going to be a jungle Blitzcrank, you know that. They'll be swapping that up for somebody somebody grabbing a jungle a bit later in their team. Graves and Leona combo coming out from Fun Times. That is a very strong combo that I have not seen enough of, but it is very, very powerful. It's hard to land that Zenith It is hard to land that Zenith Blade. But once you do, it really shines out. It really shows you who's boss, especially in lane against a Leona. Oh, that Hikarim's going to be their jungler for Full Hentai. Jungle Hikarim, very strong, but he does have to lane gank and come from the back, usually. Or from the side. If he manages to knock them back that way, he does sort of rely on his knock-up. And then he chases you and tries to knock you down with his Q, but it is still pretty difficult. And of course, Onside grabbing that Ezreal. Ezreal very strong. It's going to be an Ezreal Blitzcrank combo at bot. Ezreal does like a little bit of range. And it's good. Like a Blitzcrank Graves combo would be really, really fun to see. Because you get the pull in and then Graves can buckshot in your face. But with Ezreal, he's still very, very strong. So it still works out. You can get that range on the ADC in case Blitzcrank gets in trouble. Very good, careful way to play it. Plebs picking up a top Aurelia for her team. His team. Its team. And a Jarvan going out. Jarvan most likely going to be the jungle with Aurelia top. Oh, if she is against the Darius, she is not going to have a fun time at all. It is not going to be fun times. No way. Elite member will probably lock in as that Darius. Still could see him strong on something like a Singe though. But overall in that lane, I would think Darius could easily dominate Aurelia. He needs those auto attacks and lifesteal. And what Darius can do is just instantly burst down his opponent. Oh, and that's Singe. I did say Singe would be strong as a top, especially against Aurelia. She does need to chase him and keep up those auto attacks to sustain her health. And Singe being locked in by Wangza. With that, we see an Anivia mid. I am a big fan of Anivia mid. I use her quite a lot. She is my friend, but I don't see her enough in tournament play. Quite makes me kind of sad. But let's see how they counter this mid. What will Legendary do? Yeah, they did have a Morgana before. They didn't think they needed to early pick it, and it looks like Legendary will be locking in as that Morgana. Really strong pick in that AoE comp team fight. They do have a Leona already, and Graves' burst as an AoE does work well for him. So again, both very strong team compositions. Full Hentai has a lot more skill going off on their team, especially with that Blitz, especially with Ez and Hikarum. That's going to be a very difficult jungle. But we'll see how that turns out for them. Again, this is the BarCraft New Zealand League of Legends Finals for the Wellington LAN they're having down there in Wellington. I'm up here in Auckland at iPlay casting this for you guys. I have never seen a full Hentai match. Full Hentai over on the blue team. I've never seen a Fun Times match, but I haven't heard as much about them. We'll see if they pull something crazy off on full Hentai. And yes, it is a Javan jungle. Who else could jungle? Come on. No Aurelia jungle, no way. Okay, we are going into the 3-minute delay. So looking at the compositions of the teams, again, a lot of skill-based champions and a lot of very difficult play on full Hentai's side. Especially with that Hikarum jungle, I feel like his jungling capabilities are very, very reliant on proper team play. But with the proper team, you can dominate with them, and they do have a proper team. So, what am I saying? Also with that Blitzcrank, those grabs can be devastating. He was not banned. I see him banned every single game. He's never played in Auckland, ever. He's always banned. Down in Wellington, bam, finals, not banned. Seems like a lot of focused bans. I believe Shen, Swain, and Malphite were banned for focused reasons. Malphite and Shen could be banned no matter what. Swain should have been a focused ban. Potentially Elite member is amazing on Swain or something. I don't know. Maybe. But I don't find Swain to be too dominant as a mid. There are a lot more worse things to worry about, like a Kha'Zix. Silly, but I just saw a Kha'Zix game up here in Auckland, absolutely dominated. It might just be the players, but who knows. Over on the purple team, we do see a little bit more of an AoE-centric team, and they're based a bit more on a reliable team fight. They do have Javan with his ult that can displace them a little bit. It can be used incorrectly, so we'll see how he deals with that. Leona's ult is amazing, and it does have a relatively low cooldown, and they can use that very effectively. And of course, Morgana can be flash ulting in there. We'll see if she focuses on an Hourglass early game. Full Hentai versus Fun Time. They both have very strong team comps, but a little bit irregular. You don't really see Javans coming out. You don't really see Blitzcranks just because of those bans. You don't really see Anivias. Anivia is a very interesting one in particular to see in tournament play. She is very strong, and we do see her in high-level tournament play over in America and in Europe, but haven't seen her much in tournaments here. It's very confusing. She does have a lot of sustain with her egg and a lot of survivability, and she does have a stun up and a lot of AoE potential with her ult as well. She can control a team fight. But yeah, it really is a toss-up for both teams. Again, I don't know enough about both teams, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sure that Orianna pick was a targeted ban, and I always love to see an Alistar ban, but, sorry, a targeted ban. But yeah, I always like to see that Alistar ban purely because he's so powerful as a support. I love to play him, but to see him banned really shows a lot of skill from the enemy team. They do, like Alistar, I've been talking to a lot of people recently, they really want him to get nerfed or reworked in some kind of way. But he does work well, and you can counter him if you keep him out of the fight. He is mainly just a tank and a sustainer. He doesn't do much damage. Always great to see Lee Sin kick him out of the fight so he can't control it. But high control from both teams. Just going to lock over here into this scene. You can say hi to me. How's it going? BarCraft, Snowypadre. What's that? Yeah. And we do have, yeah, it is BarCraft League of Legends down in Wellington. The finals loading up. Don't know what that finals bracket is going to show, but I'm going to get rid of it for you. Send to myself, because that's what's cool. Over onto the loading screen. Going to get you a little bit of a sexy loading screen. Oh, Blackthorn Morgana. Love to see it. Lots of gold players over on Fun Times, but a couple of diamond on Full Hentai. Frostblade Aurelia for the win. Full skin team except for Javan, whereas Full Hentai's gone full skin all the way. Yeah, Bird of Prey Anivia. The only good Anivia skin in my opinion. Bird of Prey Anivia. Come on, who's gonna go like... Oh, didn't change it. Now I changed it. Has changed. How's it going? Again, full hentai over on blue team. Fun times on purple. FH and FT. Battle of the Fs. Who knows? Gonna reposition these supports and everything for you. Let's see where these teams go at the beginning of this fight. Looks like full hentai is going to be very aggressive and jump straight into that blue. If they are fast enough, which they do seem to be, they could get the placement that they need. And they're in there very, very quickly. It is only Morgana to deal with it. Blitzcrank coming in might get a grab off on Morgana. She does not have a shield up first. She does have a bind, but they're going to push them out of blue, and they have complete control of that jungle now. Blitzcrank could easily get an early grab on one of Funtime's players. Leona, you are in a dangerous position. Now she has the ward down. They are aware of everything. Very good placement by Nan Kimchi. Good, strong team play with that ward. You'd be surprised how many supports would not do that. Like, they're way too scared to get out of that bush. But they need to know where the sights are coming from. And Blue did not have sight of where Leona was at that point. Just up around here. They need to really get to this point, and that is a little bit dangerous for where they could be. She got that ward down, really keeping them safe. It is going to be a level 1 team fight. A lot of AoE going down. Wongsa is going to be the first one down with that ignite set on him. Looks like Onsai is following close behind, but 2 flashes going out. Nan Kimchi barely surviving. Dango Teddy has managed to get a bind on himself. So that is Ed's down as well. Level 1 team fight leaves at 2-0 in favor of Fun Times. Wow! What's up, Kiwi Gamers? How's it going? Thanks for joining us on the stream now for the BarCraft League of Legends Finals in Wellington. Sona Mikael taking a lot of damage. It is quite difficult to jungle with Jarvan. He doesn't have enough sustain. And I've never really seen a very successful jungle Jarvan. I've been successful in terms of their team, but not successful in terms of beginning that jungle. He's got a very, very tough time. And Anivia missing that Q as well on her. Wongs are being pretty quick to pick up on his jungle. Not taking too much health. Early wards going down as well. Full hentai apparently worried about that Jarvan. But Fun Times putting that ward down in the tri-bush very smartly to be worried about a haircut room because he's very, very fast. He can get in a lane very quickly and screw you over. With that initial kill on Graves, he did grab a dagger, a little bit more attack speed. Whereas Aurelia is starting on her Mercury treads. Aurelia is pretty decent against a Singe if she gets that Mercury treads out early. It gives her early game a lot more sustain. Oh, flashing out of that grab. That flash is now down for Fun Times ADC. Could easily get ganked by a Hikarum. He will have communicated the fact that his flash is down, and he could run very quickly into his face, knock him back, and give him to an onside knockup. Do that Blitzcrank knockups. We'll see if they do take advantage of that down flash early in the game. Knockup going on Ariel. It looks like Legendary and Summoner Mikael might have Ariel taken out. And they did move in and managed to tower dive him there. Poison not enough to take down Legendary. Very, very strong play from Fun Times coming out. Their level 1 was great. I really thought that Blitzcrank, if that Blitzcrank had managed to grab, they could have controlled that very early. Good shields coming out from Plebs. That is the only thing that keeps an Anivia away from a Morgana is those shields. If you time them right and you do them really, really well, that is where you need to be. Singed already picked up a Ninja Tabi to deal with the auto attacks that Aurelia relies on for her lifesteal and a sustain. Lifesteal is sustain, but hey. Hikarum actually went back and grabbed himself move per 5, not taking advantage of that downed flash, and Onsai getting jumped on here by Nam Kimchi. She does have a lot of power in that lane, purely because of, and a miss on the grab by Onsai. Very sad to see that. Blitz fail. No, I'm sure Onsai's doing quite well, but yeah, that grab not just barely missing Nam Kimchi. If that had landed in the turret range, that would have been a very, very powerful shot and put them back on top in lane. As you can see, that water's keeping them safe, but Kimchi can still stand at the edge of that bush, and her presence will annoy you. Ones are actually going for a top gank instead of bot. That pushing has taken down Singed a pig, so they grab that kill up top against Aurelia, putting him ahead at least one more. So it is a little bit of a trade-off in the lane. Aurelia does have those 2 assists though. She grabbed a second magic mantle, not going straight for those second speed boots. Very good grab off from Nam Kimchi. Let's see if Iwobuzu can get off enough damage to take him down. A good grab from Blitzcrank. Doesn't get a knock up though. They may be able to take it down. No! Just barely. If Teddy had turned around and given in one auto attack, it may have been the end for Nam Kimchi. Very, very close, letting him escape there. Well, not letting him. That just happened. Jarvan sitting there with his razors. He is seemingly going for... I don't know much about a Jarvan jungle, but he is going for that Wriggles Lantern for a little bit of sustain in that jungle and very quick jungling with his razor. Blitzcrank now moving up to his... getting a couple more wards, moving up to his Philosophers. And as soon as Elite Member, as soon as Onivia hits level 6, her farming potential just gets increased like tenfold purely because of her ultimate. Does very, very well for her. And she has grabbed it Shella, so that is a big help as well. And in terms of farm, she is catching up with Morgana, easily getting out her W early game. She did dominate that farm early game. But I think she will have a problem with Morgana, sorry, with Anivia's pushing potential now that she's level 6. And up at top, I do think we'll see a shift in lane, purely because of Singed Poison. Singed Poison can get all over these minions, and it's very, very difficult to deal with a Singed that wants to push you. Another good shield going out from Plebs. And another good binder as well. Elite Member still has his egg up though. So not going to be going down anytime soon. Aurelia is dipping behind in farm now. Even though she got a very good amount of early aggression out, it wasn't enough. Once that gank went down, that second magic mantle probably will quickly turn into a Mercury Treads. Grab not going out from Blitzcrank. Could have caught them a Taste de Leon up there. But no, they're going to want to double check on that grab. Karam's opted to get out he's gone for nearly a heart of gold. Focusing on ganking lanes and getting gold from that. Got GPT and income. Not just yet though. The legendary can stay a little bit behind Singed in terms of health. Could do good for a gank as she would get that stun off initially. Yeah, there we go. Wriggles is now on Jarvan. It'll make him very quick to gank, to go through the jungle. And he is level 6, so he does have his ult up, and he can isolate people. No flashes are down, one coming up from Onsai. Elite Member's flashes down, so we could see a gank in there. And if Elite Member did get ganked by Summoner Mikal, by that Jarvan, then her egg would be useless because she would be caught right in the middle of its ult. And if they could get her down quickly enough, Morgana can hit her from outside that ult, and she will have nowhere to go. Even if the ult finishes and she puts up her wall, Morgana can be on her in a second. Another good grab from Kimchi, giving a lot of damage off on onside. Could possibly go down. I don't think the ignite went down. It wasn't up for... There aren't actually any ignites down at bot anyway. Sorry about that. Now Kimchi is going to get taken down by the Israel. Oh, just barely. Really good shot, and he didn't have any mana for anything else. Barely enough mana to put down that ultimate. Grabs him a kill, sitting at 1-1. Graves at 2-0. Let's just check. He does have an assist as well. He's on 3,300, whereas Israel's on 2,600 and a little bit low on his CS. Oh yeah, we do see it top. Ariel is doing great with his farming abilities. Pushing those minions to the turret. Keeping Legendary at bay, and Legendary will be missing out on farm because of this turret every now and then. Ariel taking a little bit of turret damage, but it's not going to be enough for Legendary to push ahead. She is forced to use her ultimate to grab that farm. So not enough sustain left for her. Ultimate is down. Jarvan coming in to see if he can get the slip on Singed. But Singed can flip him out of the way, meaning he will be only taking damage from Aurelia if she is caught in the crossfire. Flip Aurelia out as well if he wants to. And Kiwi Gamers, technically, no, I am not in a LoL team, so sorry about that, Aaron. I do play a little bit, and I want to be playing a lot more than I am, but I don't really have too much time. Onside getting jumped on again. There's another ult down. We do see that low cooldown from Namchimchi coming in, and the knockup going out. A very good grab from Blitz. It will give Israel another kill, and they will be able to transcend on Blade because of Wong's speed. There's another kill for Israel. Wong's backing out to give him that. In terms of teams, Kiwi Gamers, I am in the Auckland CSL team. That's the Collegiate Star League, which is a global tournament running through colleges, which over in America are universities. So I am in that team, technically. First Dragon going down to full Hentai. They are picking up in kills and in gold farm. Now they have surpassed them. One down on kills, but that doesn't matter. The gold farm is what matters in that respect. Fierce Sword is already on Graves. He's using his 3-1. Israel, again, a little bit lower on farm. But that Dragon will have done really well. He hasn't gone back yet. He is floating quite a lot. 1,800. He can get a BF Sword if he wants to. We'll see what he builds off first. I'm pretty sure he's going to start building for a Trinity Force. By the way, guys, if you want to stick around after this best of 3 match, this is the finals best of 3 for Hentai versus Fun Times for BarCraftNZ. I am doing the I Play League of Legends tournament as well, and we'll be moving on to the finals of that right after the finals of this. And I'll keep you guys up to date on that. Liv's getting jumped on. Jarvan goes down thanks to that Singe coming down from top lane. No turrets have gone out yet, but they're still roaming pretty damn well. Recurve Bow is now out on Aurelia. She's going to be turning that with her magic mantle into a Wit's End to deal with that Singe. Will do very, very well for her. He's getting flipped. She's going to get taking a lot of damage from him right now, though. She does have her Merc Treads up. His pushing is going to do a lot to keep her at the turret, though. Keeping her away from that farm. She's still 64 while he is over 100 at 13 minutes. Pretty damn decent. Morgana's farm is amazing. I don't know how she's doing that 115 at 13 minutes. Crazy good farm. And she has had a little bit of aggression go out on her as well in that mid lane. A couple of gangs. Legendary doing pretty good to keep up her CS at the turret. Despite the turret damage. So the turret not denying as much as Ariel would like, I think. Israel did actually pick up a BS sword, so I'm not sure what he's going to try and do with that. But he's not focusing on his Triforce. That's all I know. Potentially getting a Bloodthirster out so his burst is a little bit more powerful. And then if he grabs a Sheen, it's going to be insane. Trinity Force is interesting because you do get a bit of everything, and it helps you sustain, especially with that health. Oh, another good grab on Onzine on Nan Kimchi. Nan Kimchi's ult is available. She does crack it down on Wongza, manages to get the stun, but she will be going down pretty quickly. And let's see if they are able to press on. No, Wellington's going to back out of there, taking too much damage from the turret. I felt like they would have gone for a dive, but Plebs is going to go against Elite Member. Elite Member does have her egg up, and she's going to take her down regardless. Another kill for Full Hentai, putting it 7-5. One time to the really great start. The Full Hentai is actually doing very well to attack back. And the Hourglass is nearly finished on Morgana, doing really well to farm and get up that Hourglass. What is she sitting on? Anivia has caught up and farmed very well because of that ultimate. She's sitting on 4.2 because of that kill. Anivia is up at 4.8. Kill and Dragon, actually, because of that kill and Dragon.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Witsen now finished on Aurelia, but the Rod of Ages is also finished on Singed. It's going to be so tanky, and he can control team fights really well, running right through them, not taking any damage. And he can just troll people by running away from them as they try and chase him. Poison Trail, do not follow. I don't think we've seen an Oracle's out yet, so we don't see any anti-warning going on. Nope, doesn't look like it. Morgana's still dominant in CS in mid, but at top Singed has picked up with his far more reliable poison. Sitting at 140 CS at 16 minutes, really good farm. 23k over 20k, so a 3k gold lead from Full Hentai. And an IE is going to be finished on Graves first. He's not going to get a BT and try and rely on his Q and his R burst. BT has already been finished on Israel, so I did read that right. It is a bloodthirster for Israel, and he will be stacking that up and doing a lot more burst damage on his Q, on his R. Not sure if his Arcane Shift builds on it. I don't think so. Split Speed jumping in for a grab on a Jarvan, so a little bit of a misgrab, but he didn't have much choice. And Israel nearly grabbed off Nan Kimchi, but she does manage to walk out of that alive. Just barely alive. Singed the only one with his Ignite up. Couldn't put that down on Nan Kimchi enough. She has speed and is now regenning. Now, there we go. We do see Jarvan coming with his ult, keeping them at the turret and keeping them secluded. Wongzin will nearly go down, but they are going to pick up Graves first. He's backing out. Damn, Morgana actually missed her bind, and she is level 12. Her ult is still up. Didn't manage to use that in that team fight. Sad to see that Morgana could have potentially turned around that fight. Didn't manage to get that ult off. No mana left for it. And I don't believe she picked up blue either. Although I cannot be sure. She might have at the beginning. She does have an Hourglass available to her, so I'm thinking she is going to be more. She's going to be more offensive with her abilities, with her ult, with her positioning as well. Onside positioning herself for a grab if he needs it. It looks like they are going to descend upon Dragon as it adds back up. Jarvan and Leona are aware of what's going on. Full Hentai just going to ward first. Be a little bit careful. Graves is still only at 5.4k. A very good blitz grab going on to summon a Mikal, but again it is a Jarvan grab, so he's not going to take much damage. But the farm difference in ADCs is about 500, and that is denied Graves getting out his IE before Israel's BT. BT a little bit easier to build than an IE, I think. Graves is building that IE to rely on attack damage. It does get more attack damage